today we entered day 8 of our coding class. We are learning how to build websites. We've gone this far, like we've really gone far. So today we're just going to continue. I don't want to do a lot of explanations. So yesterday, this place we did one task, remaining one. It was locked, now it's open. So let's finish our task. We are still under boilerplate code, the second lesson there. The head HTML element is a container for information about a web page, like its title. It goes before the body. So after the HTML tag, you will now have the head tag before the body. It's used for writing titles. So this is the opening and closing tag. You already know how to do these ones. Continue, you click. The next one is said the title of a web page appears in the tab or window of the web browser. Can you see the web browser here? So the title appears in the tab or window of the web browser. You can see it around this place. I'm very sure you can see it. So in the tabs below, there are two web page titles: my web page and Google. So this is my web page and Google. That's what it means. That's what titles in a website look like. Continue. To give a web page a title, we add the title tag inside the heading tag. We add the title tag inside the heading tag. Note that the title is not visible, but it provides information to the browser. The title is not visible, but it provides what? Information to the browser. So you are seeing HTML. After your HTML, you have your head title. You have your head tag. After your head tag, you now have your title tag. Now inside your title tag is now where you will now write the text that should show on the title. But then they said that the title is not visible, all right, but it provides information for the browser. So I enter the opening and closing tag and mark it. Can you see that? So continue. The doc type tells the web browser what version of HTML we are using. So your doc type is what will explain the version of HTML that you are using. Without it, the browser might not display the page correctly. Okay, have you ever clicked on a website or a link to a website? They tell you that this site is broken, or is under review, or is no longer functioning, or that kind of a thing, or web page is not available. It is because of the doc type. It's having issue. So without it, the browser might not display the page correctly. Since we are using the latest version, we use doc type HTML. This is the latest version of the HTML. All right, so click on this, mark it, continue. Now the doc type looks like an empty doc type tag with an empty HTML attribute. It looks like just like the same way we have break as an empty tag and other distinct like empty tags. Doc type also looks like what? An empty tag. Attributes provide additional information to tags. We've talked about that. Attributes like the ref element, the source element, the source attribute, ref attribute, they provide additional information to tags. You'll learn more about them in the later chapters. For now, put together the doc type. So this is just the doc type, nothing much there. You mark it, it's correct. Continue. What's the head tag for? What's the head tag for? What is the head tag used for? It makes important text like headline stand out. No. It defines the title of a web page. Maybe. It tells the web browser which version of HTML a web page uses. No. It is a container for information about the web page. The correct answer here is that it is a container for information about a web page. It is a container for information about a web page. How can we find a web page title so that it appears in the tab or window of the web browser? How can we find a web page title so that it appears in the tab or window of a web page browser? So what we use is we use the title tags, not the heading tags. Submit, correct. Now what does the doc type do? What does the doc type tag do? The first one says it tells the web browser which version of HTML a web page uses. Is that true? Number two, it says it defines the title for a web page. It tells the web browser which version of HTML a web page uses. So click on submit, continue, correct. What happens when there is no doc type in a web page? The web browser has to guess the HTML version. The web browser will quit. The answer is the first one. The web browser will have to guess the HTML version if there is no doc type. Now code the correct opening tag. They say code the correct opening tag. This is they've given us the head tag, the HTML tag. Both of them are complete. The only one that is not complete is the title tag. So code the correct opening title tag. So this is the correct opening title tag, and that's it. Continue. Give this movie rating page a title to have the web browser tab or window display ripe potatoes. So what you just do is opening tag, your title, then closing title tag. So exactly, click on continue. Make sure the web browser knows what version of HTML to use for this cryptocurrency website. For the person to know the web browser, you just click on your doctype HTML tag. As simple as that. Hope you know how to code your doctype HTML tag. This is how to code it. After your less than, you will put exclamation mark. You now type doctype a space, you now type HTML, because a time is coming they will ask you to assemble all this code from the beginning. So the next one, they say let's create a web page. Add the doctype HTML and body tags, then add some text inside the body tag. So the first thing to do here is to add your doctype HTML tag. Then you now put your opening tag, your HTML opening tag. After that, you will now put your body tag, the opening tag, and enter the text in between. Close your body tag, and finally close your HTML tag. And that's correct. Click on continue. They are calculating our spark accuracy. Correct. Continue. We've completed the 8, but we are not complete yet. 2 lessons for every single day. So click continue. You've joined a leaderboard. Compete with learners around the world for most XP. So just continue. All right. We have one more key to use for today. So we are going to unlock the next lesson. The next lesson, we are learning style sheet and basic selectors. We are learning what style sheet and basic selectors. So click on start learning. You can see how beautiful this place is. They say we'll now move on to making great looking websites, like websites that are very interesting, with the help of a styling language called CSS, short form for cascading style sheet. So CSS means what? Cascading style sheets. All the while I've always told you to bring your jotter and pen and write. Like, look at this website. Is it not beautiful? Can you see? This thing is built with just CSS, cascading style sheet. All right, so you're going to learn how to build beautiful websites like this one. You click on continue. They say to make larger web pages more manageable, we can move our CSS to a style sheet or a special file just for styling the web page. So here you have your doctype HTML, then you have your body and all of those things. What you have to do here is to do what? To move our CSS to a style sheet. This is our CSS. So link real equal to style sheet, then your ref attributes. You understand? So we are going to understand better about that. So click on continue. Next thing, to include a style sheet in a HTML file, we use the link element. To include a style sheet in an HTML file, we use the link element. See the link element over here, this tag. So they'll use the link element tag. Then it is a self-closing empty element, and it goes inside the head element. It is what? The self-closing empty element, and it goes inside the heading. Remember what self-closing elements are? They don't have closing tag. So you are given 2 options below here. This second one has opening tag and closing tag, but they already told you that the link element is what? Self-closing. So just this one by the left is the correct one. Mark it. You see correct. Click continue. To know what kind of file to include, the opening link tag needs the rel attribute, which is rel attribute set using rel equal to style sheet style sheet in quotes. Like, can you see those things? They are things you need to observe very well. So the first thing we are going to add here is our rel, then we'll add our equal sign, then we'll add style sheet. Chijindo, go and close that back door. Go and close back door. To specify the style sheet location, set the ref attribute to style.css. Alright, we are trying to link this thing to CSS, right? Our style sheet to CSS, like we are trying to move our CSS to our style sheet. So to specify the style sheet location now, you set the ref attribute to style sheet. This is look down here. So remember how to put ref attributes. So these are ref, then equal before this style.css. All right, click on Good. Continue. The next one is said inside the CSS file, we specify which element to style with a tag selector. Inside the CSS file, we specify which element to style with a tag selector. Select the P element. So we selected the P element. Continue. They said we then add an opening brace, like opening brace followed by a closing brace. You know, this is a brace tag or a brace bracket, so you just add opening and closing, you mark it correct. Continue. Now they said any declaration we add will apply to all elements on the web page. Add the color blue and declaration. All right, so first we say color, we'll put our colon. The next one, the color is blue. All right, you are making, they said any declaration we add will apply to all. Now any declaration we add will apply to all P element, which is paragraph, all the paragraph element in the whole web page, because we now the paragraph like any declaration we're adding now is inside this brace, and it's going to affect the whole paragraph in the page. So the first thing here, they now said add the color declaration. So how to add color declaration is that you add your color, then you now put this, dots, colon, it's called colon, then you put your blue and semicolon. If you miss any of this, it will not work. So now that we do it like this, mark it. Can you see down? The color is blue, the color of the paragraph is blue. Continue. They say when we add paragraph, we create a CSS rule. Like when we add paragraph inside this and followed by our color inside the bracelet, we now close the bracelet, we create what? A CSS rule. So the first thing to do in this code, there has to code here P open bracelet, color blue, and then you close your paragraph. Can you see that? Continue. We can add other declarations like background color pink as long as they are on another line. So if you look at this place, they have already given the paragraph this thing. They are now telling you that you can add another color. Remember that we already added blue color. You can add another color as long as they are on another line. So if I mark this, can you see that the color now goes in the background? This is the CSS style. Can you see the code that brought about this browser here? See the code, just have color blue, then background color is what? Pink. See the code, you see the HTML index. This is how to do it on the HTML. Then your style CSS is now what? Color is blue, background color is pink. That is why your browser now brought your background color to be pink, and your paragraph color is what? Blue. All right, so you click on continue. How can we style a website? The answer is by adding CSS in a style sheet. So submit, correct, continue. What happens when we style elements on a web page in an included style sheet? What happens when we style elements on a web page in an included style sheet? The elements become interactive. Any change to the style sheet become visible on the web page. The answer is the second one. Correct, continue. How can we apply a style to an element? How can we apply a style to an element? The first one is by using document.getElement by ID with close brackets in a style sheet. Wrong. The correct answer is by adding its name, brace, and the style changes in a style sheet. So that's the correct one. You can see, continue. What does the ref attribute do in this piece of code? Okay, looking at this now, remember ref attribute in the anchor tag is for adding links. But here now, it's no longer working in the anchor tag. It's now working in the link tag. So what does this ref attribute do here now? The first one says it tells the link element what kind of file to include. It tells the link element what kind of files to include. Second one says it allows the link element to find the style sheet. Which one do you think it is? A or B? Which one do you think it is? The answer is B. It allows the link element to find a style sheet, and the style sheet is here, and that is when you now add style.css to find the style sheet. So click on submit, correct, continue. Assemble the elements we use to include a style sheet. So this, they said assemble the element is just the link element, nothing much. You mark it, continue. Now said select the h1 element in the style sheet. So you've been given this, just you have to put the h1 element tag. Look at the tag there is no closing tag, so you have to choose one. It says select the H1 element in the style sheet. So here what you do is just select the H1. They did not say you should select the H1 tag. They say select the H1 element. So if you go select the H1 tag, you are probably going to fail it. So look at it now. Can you see it is correct? Continue. Add the attribute that helps the link element find the style sheet. Add the attribute that helps the link element find the style sheet. So if you come here, the link element that helps the attribute that helps the link element to find the style sheet is the ref element. As simple as that. Can you see that? Continue. Next one, they say code style sheet to let the link element know what kind of file to include. So what you're going to do here is just to type style sheet. Style sheet. Alright? Style sheet. If I type this style sheet and mark it, you see, as simple as that. So that your style sheet, you have to just type style sheet and then make sure it is in a quotation mark. I did not put it in a quotation mark, so you need to add it in a quotation mark. All right, so you click continue. We have completed our class for today. Yes, we have completed our class for today, day 8. Before you go, let me teach you how to update your profile. Let me teach you how to update your profile. You know, from day 1 we've not updated our profile. So you come down here and see where they said profile. Tap on the profile, it brings you to a place like this. Click on the settings above, right? Click on it to now bring you here. You can see the name they gave you automatically. So just come here and change the name to your own. All right. Then say something about yourself for the world to know. Just put something about you. So I just put I'm an aspiring website developer. It does not really matter, right? You can set goal, you can set reminder, and all of those things. So there is nothing so much for you to do here, because after this, tap on this pencil icon here to add your own photo, like the image of yourself, right? So this is it. I'll click on crop, and it will now save there as my image. My image is now showing up there. You can see my name and all of those things. It's just there for now. If you did not like this video in the beginning, do well to hit the like button and drop me a good comment by the end of this video so that we can continue tomorrow.